All right, it looks like we are live today, and I've got a green light, so that means that there must be some audio as well. So, thank you so much for being here today with me. We're going to be starting this comeback yoga class in just under 5 minutes. So, go ahead and grab yourself an exercise mat and maybe a blanket or a cushion, maybe even a yoga block to get your practice going here. So just stand by and we'll get started in just a couple of moments. I will share with you just a short reading today from a book called The IRES Program for Healing. Thoughts have feelings. How do you know you're having a particular thought or belief? You know because every thought gives rise to particular sensations that you experience in your body as feelings or emotions. For example, when you believe I'm broken or the opposite as I'm okay, you feel a certain way in your body, your heart, or something in your body maybe contracts or opens. Your gut tightens and relaxes. You may feel sad and depressed or happy and peaceful. Body sensing and breath sensing are IRES tools that help you notice and experience the sensations, feelings, and emotions that are associated with each thought that you have. The IRES tools that teach you to welcome opposite of feelings, emotions, and thoughts show you how to work with those thoughts, sensations, feelings, and emotions allow you to heal and feel empowered in your relationships and in life. So, when you experience the opposites of thought, take time to register that thought, belief, image, or memory that you're working with, as well as any sensations, feelings, and emotions that come along with it. In order to heal, you need to learn how to notice these thoughts, beliefs, memories, and images, as well as to feel where and how each one affects your body and mind. And then learning to welcome every experience you have as an aspect of your wholeness is part of the journey. So that's what I have for you today. We're going to get started here in just another minute or so. So just stand by, grab yourself a sip of water and an exercise mat, maybe a block, a cushion, or a blanket. And we'll get started here in just a moment. All right, I do believe we are at the top of the hour, and my name is Tanya. And if we haven't met before, nice to meet you. This is a comeback yoga, all levels class. And comeback yoga is a nonprofit organization based out of Colorado. We serve veterans, active duty military, and your support team. It's truly an honor to be here with you today. We're here for about 45 minutes or so. You'll need an exercise mat and maybe a blanket or a pillow to sit on or to put under your head. And just whatever you're needing today, just honor that. And hopefully, you're in a place that you can just be you and do you. And if you need to pause this live or this recording whenever, then do so. If you need to tick it up another day, then you can do so. In this all levels, it's really kind of going at your own pace. I show different variations of postures to help support you in whatever level you might be at. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be sitting here on this cushion. You may choose to be laying down. You can be sitting up, whatever it is that you would like to get you started for today. So let's just take a couple of shoulder rolls here. You can do this on your back as well. Just Breathing in as you lift the shoulders, maybe, and then breathing out a couple more times, just going forward, up, and back. And then sitting or laying nice and long, feeling the your torso and your spine lengthen out. And we'll feel this just kind of in a natural, relaxed state. Sometimes, if you don't feel relaxed, that might mean that maybe you need to add a little bit more support underneath your seat or underneath your head, whatever that might be. So, just giving yourself permission to get a little bit more um, relaxed in even a seated posture. So, let's take about 3 to 4 breaths here together. So, letting your next exhale go, consider as you breathe in slowly that your chest broadens, your waist broadens, and on your exhale, that all just kind of softens. Your mouth is somewhat relaxed, your tongue relaxed on that next inhale, and exhale, letting it go. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling, feeling this rising, this broadening of your torso, of your abdomen, of your ribs. And your exhale lets you lengthen out, but also feel maybe a little softer. And one more time. Breathing in nice and slow, just at the point where you feel no strain, and then releasing. Breathing shouldn't feel strenuous unless we're, of course, running hard or something like that. Then we just want to make sure that our breath is relaxed. All right, wonderful. Let's go ahead and come on down to our back. So if you're already on your back, we'll meet you there. Coming down again with maybe something under your head. I'll take those feet out about mat width and just begin to just kind of move your legs side to side. You can have your arms out if you'd like, a little stretch there for the chest. That's kind of waking up your hips. You might even feel a little movement in your back. And now straighten one leg down to the ground. Bring your other knee to your chest. You could also bend the bottom leg if you like. And we'll circle your leg around. Going both directions. And then straightening your leg. Hold on to the back of your leg and circle your ankle. Other way. Holding on to the back of your leg, bend and straighten your leg to wake up your knee joint. And then releasing your hands, go ahead and bend your opposite leg. We'll extend our leg down to the floor and then into the chest. So actually don't even touch the floor. Leg up and down. So just a little bit of almost like you're cycling with one leg. And then let's go the other direction. All right, good. And take that leg straight down to the floor while bringing your other knee towards your chest, holding to the back or the front of your leg. And then circle your leg around, maybe using a hand, maybe not. Other direction. And straightening, circling your ankle. Both directions. And bend and straighten your leg. And then bending your other leg. Big bicycle here with the one leg. Changing directions. All right, good. And then stretch your whole body out, reaching through your arms and legs. Maybe a spontaneous yawn comes in, realizing how tired you might be. Okay, come on to your side. It doesn't matter which side. And prop your head up onto your hand with your elbow there for support. Then bring your legs out in front of you. And we're going to lift this leg up, this top leg up and down. 3, 2, and 1. Now grab a hold of your foot if possible and send your leg up into the air. Option, the bottom leg goes straight. Stretch out through your heel. And then bring that leg back out in front of you. Grab your ankle, bring your knee behind you, and lower your head. And this top shoulder can roll back and down. You get a nice stretch for your chest and shoulder as well as your leg. All right. Bring those knees in and press up. Let's do the other side. And propping your head up on your hand. Lift this top knee up for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing your knee, maybe reaching for your ankle or foot, or just holding on to the back of your leg here. Sending your leg up. You can even hold here behind your leg, behind your knee. And bending that leg, grab your ankle, bring your leg back behind and lower your head down onto your arm. All right, and bringing that leg in front, press on upright, and we are going to come into a downward facing dog. So if you're familiar with that, you can go ahead and move yourself there. Otherwise, you can follow along with me. Bringing our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tucking your toes under. Let's lift up and back for a downward facing dog. Stretching it out here. Maybe coming up onto your toes. Maybe even bending your knees. All right. Walk your feet and hands together to one another as you fold over your legs, releasing your head. And bring your hands onto your legs. Come up halfway, lengthening out. And exhale, folding over your legs. Let's repeat. Lengthen out and fold. Last one. Lengthen out and fold. Bending your knees, rise to your standing, reach up full body, and then lower your arms down to your sides. Coming into mountain pose here. So the front of what you consider the front, so it could be the short edge of the mat as your front. Standing up tall, feeling your feet beneath you, feeling maybe even a little forward and back to notice if you're just noticing your feet. And then notice if you're putting more weight in the front of your feet, the back of your feet, the sides, or the inside or the outside, and try to find more equal distribution. Notice if you're kind of dropping in or if you're leaning forward or back. Just try to find that middle ground. And then both arms are coming up to reach up full length of your body. And exhaling, arms go out and fold over your legs, bending your knees to touch your hands to the ground. Step one leg back into a lunge. Keep that lunge long. Your hands are framing your front foot. And then twist towards your front knee. So you reach your arm up and then bring your hand down. Step back, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands, coming to a forward fold. Now step your other leg back, hands framing that front foot, and twist open to reach to the ceiling. Take your hand down, lunge. Bring that front leg back, downward dog. Coming to a plank position. Options on plank include having your knees down, having your forearms down, having your knees lifted. And let's make our way all the way down into a Sphinx pose. Parallel your forearms, lift your chest through, point your toes back. And then press up and into a child's pose. Those knees widening or staying narrow and letting your hips come back towards the heels. Forehead is on the mat or the back of your hands. You choose. All right, let's come up to a downward facing dog. Once again. And walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Lengthen out. Grow really long. And then exhale to fold. Come all the way up to standing. Stretch your arms up overhead. And then lower your arms down to your sides. Once again, feeling your feet underneath you, feeling the length of your body from the feet to the top of your head. Let's take 3 breaths here, breathing in from the ground up and breathing down into the ground. From the ground up, breathe in, and from above to the ground, breathe down. One more time like that. Good. All right, so from the front edge of your mat, bring your hands onto your hips. Step one leg back into a warrior one. So you can be short, like so, if it feels stable. You could also go long, maybe with a little more of a diagonal, but both hips more towards the front edge of the mat. Push down firmly into both feet and bring one or both arms or no arms up overhead. Take your hands onto your thigh and step forward and come to standing. To the other side. Leg goes back. Ooh. Can be a little off balancing. That's normal. Okay. Push down. Let's say both or no arms up. And lower down. Hands to your lap. Step forward and fold. And let's take 2 breaths here. All right. And let's repeat. One leg goes back, warrior one. We're going to change it up here a bit. Both arms coming up with a big inhale to stretch up. And then exhale, sweep your arms back behind you and hinge forward. If you would like to, drop your chest to your leg or inside and maybe clasp your hands. Come on back up by pressing down into that front foot and then step the back foot in and get your bearings. Notice what's on the wall in front of you, as well as noticing your feet. Your other leg goes back. Reaching arms up. Hinge forward, sweep those arms back, maybe clasping the hands, maybe chest coming down inside of your leg. Push into your feet, reach your arms up, and step in. Okay, those movements can be a little discombobulating, so take your time as you move through them. Yeah? We're going to repeat one more time that sequence. Okay. Inhale, arms rise. We'll do a little different approach. Exhale, step one leg back. Inhale here, reach up. And then exhale, arms go back. And maybe you're coming to the inside of your front leg. Pushing down, reach your arms up and step in to a standing mountain. Other leg is going to go back. You might take a couple of steps to get there. Arms rise and tip forward, maybe clasping. Inhale, rise as you press into your feet and step forward. Good. So finding your tall mountain here. We're going to work our way back to the twisting that we did a moment ago. So inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale and touch the ground, bending the knees as much as you need. Step one leg back into a lunge and then twist. And take your hand down. Step that back foot in. You might have to hop a couple of times. And then step your other leg back. Wiggle that leg back and then twist. Hand down. Take it up and back. Downward dog. Coming to a plank position. Maybe the knees are down. And come down to your stomach. Locust. Arms go back. Legs lift. Reach it long. And then press up and back. Child's pose. All right, come on up. We're going to work on some longer stretches today on the ground here. So let's go ahead and come into a wide straddle. What I would recommend for the wide straddle is that you sit on something. So I'm going to sit on a cushion here. And so it could be a folded up blanket or a towel. And we're going to start in that straddle here. So legs are going to go out wide and your fingertips can push down behind you. So start to push yourself forward just till you feel a little stretch. We're going to focus the stretch here on the legs. This is going to be our main focus here. This is going to be on those hamstrings. Sometimes when our hamstrings are real tight, is that it can actually lead to some back pain or discomfort. So we just want to really think about the legs here today, at least for the next couple of poses. So just giving yourself some time to breathe here. We're going to linger a little longer. So just taking your time to breathe. All right, let's bring it on up. And so one leg is going to go straight out in front. And then your other leg, you're going to bring that foot down and your knee is going to come on top like this. You'll also have the option of bending both knees and tucking them both in like this. So that's another option. Still sitting upon the blanket or the cushion or even a block can be very supportive. It's going to be a hello for the hips. It's going to really wake up those hips. So I will recommend that we just stay here, but you could also come forward if you're wanting more of a stretch, bringing it forward. And we'll linger here a little longer. Kind of the theme today is deep stretching. A little bit longer. Let's take 3 breaths. I'm still here, just enjoying the stretch. Okay. I know it got rather quiet, unless you have your own music playing. Okay. Good. All right. Good job. Let's bring that ourselves out of that. And top the other leg goes under, top leg comes across, stacking the knees. That might be a good place. You want to make sure though that there's not a lot of pressure at the back of the knee. Maybe you tuck that bottom leg under. All right, and here we go. Second side. Always feels like, "Well, did I just do this side?" Because they're both getting stretched, right? So it's really, unless I called out the leg that you have on top, then if you're like me, because I get so lost in the stretch, sometimes I forget which leg I just stretched. It's kind of like time just, it's almost like it stands still, but yet it also seems to pass really fast. It's a strange place that sometimes yoga will take me. We'll linger here just a little longer to match the amount of time on the other side. Maybe 3 more breaths here. All right, good. And then coming on up. Wonderful. Okay, stretch out those legs for a moment. And then we're going to come now into a cobbler's pose. So the soles of your feet coming together, your knees out wide. And I'm still sitting on a cushion because it's more supportive for my body shape, my body type. And you can hold on to your legs, you can bring your hands behind you, maybe come forward. So if you press those feet slightly together, it's going to be a safer stretch for your legs, for your knees. Make sure to breathe. Notice if you're holding your breath. All right, very good. Let's come out of that. And now take both legs forward. We're going to stretch the hamstrings here. A little bend in your knees. You can use your hands and bring your chest onto your legs and then reach for your feet, ankles. Take your elbows out slightly wide as you fold over your legs. At this point, maybe your legs go straight, maybe they don't. Now we're talking about a stretch for the back a little bit more, certainly for the legs as well. Just track the sensation that you're experiencing. We won't hold this as long, maybe 2 more breaths. Good. and coming on up. Wonderful. All right, bring your hands behind you. Just lift your chest open. Hands can rest on the floor. Just kind of a counter pose for that. And release. Wonderful. All right. Let's come on down to our back, shall we? Placing your feet flat to the ground. We're going to do a bridge pose. So you want to bring your arms to your sides at a slight angle, palms facing up. Press down slightly, and then lifting your hips up slowly as if you're to lift one vertebra up off of the ground at a time so you come to a place that feels safe in your body. Pressing those feet down to lift your hips up. And then coming down the same way, one vertebra at a time, just noticing those vertebrae coming down little by little until you land, letting your knees rest against one another. Maybe your feet go out a little wider. And if it feels all right, maybe even turning your head left and right, side to side. All right. So now take one knee over the other, just crossing like so. And then move your knees off to the side. So coming into this twist, your bottom hand can come onto your top knee. I like to even sometimes support my knee. All right. And roll to that same side. So just keep it going, keep rolling to that side. Taking your top knee now, grabbing that ankle for another quad stretch here, getting into the front of your hip again as you lengthen out. Two more breaths here. Wonderful. All right, let's make our way onto our back again. Bring both those knees into your chest, maybe lifting your head and shoulders up. And then crossing your other knee on top, dropping those knees to the side once again. To the other side, that bottom hand on your top knee. And then roll or crawl onto that side, grabbing your top ankle for the quad stretch. I have to adjust my mic here. Apologies. Um, Bringing that leg behind you. Two more breaths here. And then coming on to your back. Both legs up into the air, maybe lifting your head and shoulders up towards your legs. Press your legs more away from you, though, even as you're pulling in. And then bring your hands down, maybe under the small of your back or grabbing the sides of your mat. Keep your legs glued together as you exhale and lower your legs down using your core muscles as you extend your legs long for a soft landing, letting yourself land in a comfortable way. If you're not comfortable, get comfortable. If there's other postures that you like to do, then make those known. I'll be sitting up as I guide you for the next 5 minutes through a relaxation uh, kind of meditation. So I'd like to just have you get comfortable. I'm going to be sitting up. Um, Maybe you'd be on your side, maybe you'll be on your back, or maybe you're in a chair. So once you get yourself comfortable, with your eyes open or closed, just welcome the environment and the sounds around you. Notice the touch of air on your skin and the sensations where your body touches the surface. Notice the feeling of your body breathing. Now locate a recurring negative thought that you may have. Affirm this thought as your only truth and reality. And when you take this thought to be true, where do you feel it in your body without going into a story of how or why? Just where do you feel it in your body? Does it feel relaxed or tense? And how, when you believe this to be true, how does it show up in your life and your relationships? And notice how you feel this in your body. Now bring your attention to an opposite thought. Welcome this opposite thought as if it were 100% true. And as you affirm this opposite thought as your only truth and reality, where and how do you feel it in your body? Does it feel relaxed or tense? Take a few moments and experience how you take this belief to be true in your body. And now affirm both of these experiences in your body, taking time to acknowledge both of them, how and where each one impacts your body, taking time to go back and forth as a sensation in your body. Don't try to merge them together, but experiencing them as opposites at the same time and allowing whatever happens to happen. Holding opposites of thought at the same time that can take you beyond the opposite into a world of new and infinite possibilities. And then remember your wholeness. So coming into your breath for 5 slow, deep counts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just as you take a moment to kind of reflect upon this just short journey that you've just been on, maybe there's some intentions that come out of this practice, maybe some actions you want to take out of this practice, some words that you want to hear, some things you'd like to say. And then begin to find some movement in your body. Whatever that is that brings you back to your surroundings. And if you'd like to write anything down, now's a good time to do that, just to welcome anything that you may notice. And I just want to thank you so much for being here today with me in this practice brought to you by Comeback Yoga. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you did enjoy today's lesson, let me know if you have any questions. And please don't hesitate to reach out. We're available here. There's a link below how to reach out to us. You can also find us here, of course, on the platform. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and let me know if you have any questions. So take good care of yourself and all of yours until I see you next time. Take good care.